Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play MediEvil 2. In the last episode, we beat the dinosaur skeleton. We now have a cane, a magic cane, and we tried to figure out how exactly the save system worked, because things work a little differently in this game, if you couldn't already tell by the first two videos. We need to head to Kensington. Before I begin, I do want to switch back to the small sword, and I might as well play the mission briefing again.
From what I can work out, this is the epicenter of the blast. Look around, Fortescue, connect as much magic as possible, and see if you can work out who's behind this terrible state of affairs.
And from here, we can go ahead and enter Kensington. I might as well just go ahead and save my progress. And also get a drink of tea, because the way I said here was unnaturally high. Yes, I do want to overwrite the existing save. Forgot what I was doing there for a second. And now we are heading to Kensington. The cane will be a rather useful weapon, but for the most part, I want to stick to the sword here. When we approach these zombies, we will get a cutscene. This weird old dude with the cane will bring these guys back to life, and we need to fight them. Get off of me. I need to use the power strike here. And I also need to get away from the guy in the top hat, because we cannot hit him, at least not yet. And he's coming back. Now this guy will have a limited number of zombies, but if we can get away from him, we can eventually get him to come to us. When this guy is solid, you can hit him twice with the sword. Once you do that, you immediately want to back off or block, because he will hit you with his cane if you're not prepared for it. I usually back away, though you can use the shield for that if you want. And now we have yet another set of zombies in green pants, who will require, who will require beating down in order to get to the necromancer. I'm assuming that is a necromancer. I don't know what other kind of enemy, particularly in Victoria-era London, who would like to be able, or would have the ability to, raise the dead. And just like that, we're able to take care of him. 36% of the chalice already. Interesting. Also, we need a key to get over there. So, one, we want to make note of this healing fountain. And I wish there was a way. Well, there is the select button, I guess. But I was hoping maybe that there was a way to show how much health you had without having to press start or select. Doesn't seem that way. But we do want to go into this area. There is another opening here. We will find it shortly. And we want to fight off the undead that are here too. Hopefully without being horribly maimed. Okay, that's one zombie down. That's two. Three now. Ow. Didn't expect to hit him with the power strike there. Oh, really? He almost did it. If you see him raise his cane, and you see that green lightning hitting the zombies that are dead, he's going to try to bring them back, and you'll have to defeat them all again in order to defeat the necromancer. He almost did it, but I was able to get those last shots in while he was in the process of resurrecting the zombies, and therefore we were able to make sure that did not happen. And here was the other opening. It's just straight from the start. So there's two ways to get in here. I just showed off both of them. And now it is time to go ahead and, well, we need to raid this platform for one, but how are we going to do it? Well, we need to keep striking this. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, no, I just have to strike it once and then get on it as soon as it drops down. Now from here, we can walk off the edge, although it's not exactly apparent. And we can drop down here and do some things. We also have a hint from Winston. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Oh, I need to be closer.
Certain objects could be pushed or pulled. Stand close and hold action to lock on. Use the directional buttons to move it about.
And from here, we need to start moving things around. We want to move this crate over here. So once you're near something that you can push or pull, and you hold X near it while looking at it, you'll get Sir Dan in this position, and you can use a control pad to push and pull while holding X. Also, we want to go over here for some gold, which can be easy to miss. And now we can jump over, or up these crates, for the depot key. And as soon as we walk off this platform, we need to be ready for zombies. Thankfully, these zombies do not come with a necromancer, so you don't have to worry about them being resurrected in any way. There's a second one. Where's the third? There's the third. Alright. We need to go back to one of the areas, or one of the openings back to the first area. And this is the one that I want, but at the same time, I do want to utilize the healing fountain, so I can do that. I believe this is the... Yes, this is indeed the depot, because we have zombies showing up right here. Apparently, if zombies are showing up, you're probably doing something right. And by walking into the keyhole, we can use the depot key. It is now time to charge up the sword again and take a good look around. There's nothing we can really do here, but if we go over here, hit this, keep these guys nearby, that chest with the skull on it, when hit, will produce a bomb. It's just like the magic bomb in the first game. If you break open a chest with the skull on it, and you get that little flashing sphere of light, I guess you could call it that, it will hit the ground, take out anything in the nearby vicinity. It wiped out those 3 zombies like clockwork. And now it's time to go over here, but once we drop down, we do have to find another way to get around. There is a crate somewhere, I would imagine. Also, I do not have the best feeling about that, or those that set of coffins there. And sometimes, if you stop pushing all of a sudden, you'll probably have to switch to another direction while still holding X. The game is a little finicky with the camera, and it kind of makes you do stuff like that. And now we found another key. This time it is a townhouse key. Townhouse is pretty easy to miss. And now I'm going to replace the short sword with the cane stick because of something we're going to have to deal with. Once we drop down to the floor, these coffins open, and these little Anubis mummies show up. And they will try to zap us. Hey, hey, hey. The cane and its magic attack will really work their magic here. Because 3 hits from either the stab attack or the magic fireball will let you destroy these things in 3 hits. Also, in case the Anubises glow green, Anubi? They will shoot out this four-way laser beam that goes only horizontally and vertically. If you're diagonal from it, you won't have to worry about getting hits. Now, we might as well go ahead and use this healing fountain to heal up, because we're not going to be here anymore after this. And if you look around with the Dan cam, L2 and R2 at the same time, you'll notice this opening right here. What you need to do is move this crate over to this wagon. Thankfully, there's a ramp, so that way you can easily push the crate upwards. And I may have to get this back off a little bit. Hey. Apparently I can't seem to push it off the ramp. I should have gotten a little closer to the wall. There we go. I really had to time it with that running jump. Did not have a lot of room to maneuver there. And I need to remember to use X twice, or else I'm not going to be switching weapons. I want to go back to the short sword here, because once we drop down here, we will have to deal with zombies as soon as we try to exit. And they can be a bit of a pain. Alright. Thankfully, we filled up the chalice when we defeated those Anubis mummies. But you're probably wondering where the chalice is. Well, there is an area that we have yet to go to where you can get the chalice. And we need to start looking for it, but first, I need to wipe out some zombies. There are 5 of them here. And they will be an absolute nuisance unless I get rid of them. You definitely want to be careful when you're near these guys, even when they are headless and armless, because they can still damage you by running into you. It's not exactly the prettiest sight. Okay. Last one. We need to get rid of him. We need to go, I believe, up here, but first I want to heal up just to be safe. And now, it is time to go up to here. We are now on some train tracks. And if we follow the path, 1, we can meet the skiv, and 2, we can hit this bell with our weapon and cause this train to show up. Now, if you hadn't filled up the chalice, this train will not stop. It'll just pass by. But if you filled up the chalice, it will stop, and you can get the chalice here. If I can somehow line up with it and jump in. Now, how exactly are we going to get down? Because we have fall damage, you ask. Well, if we approach the edge of a wall, and there happens to be a ladder there, the game recognizes that you are trying to get on the ladder, and you'll be able to climb the ladder back down without having to jump down and take fall damage. Or even walk off the edge and still take fall damage. Which is really nice. You don't see that in a lot of 3D platformers. Or adventures. which is a nice touch. So we now have 3 zombies to deal with as soon as we get over here. I thought maybe some zombies would show up if we went back to the start, but no dice. And we need to start looking for a fence. And we've also been here before too, so that should be the last of the zombies. Let's go ahead and walk into this keyhole, and we should be able to enter the townhouse. And we have another hint from Winston. Let's go ahead and talk to him.
You made it! This is where the spell was cast. Look around for clues and then head over to the museum. Something seems to be going on over there.
We shall do that. There is a set of stairs that you can look at. But if you look around, you'll find out that this is not exactly an ordinary townhouse. You have some weird, ghoulish paraphernalia littered around here. Can I use the... Yes, I can. Here, so there's some weird artifacts. There's a skull there. There's an Iron Maiden. Some weird-looking painting of something. Some shield-looking things with skulls on them. Some demon statues. That's not a good sign. And also, some crates that you can break. And, well, as a chest with a pocket watch in it. The pocket watch will seem to come in handy later. For now, we need to go back downstairs because the door has opened. And from here we do need to be careful, because enemies will get us when we least expect them to. And I'm going to heal up right here. Now, Winston told us to go back to the museum. We have yet to go up this ladder, and if you do, you'll be at the rooftop of the museum. Why the game zooms in like this, I'll never know. But you do need to take a look around. You'll find out. You can walk over here. Let's go ahead and talk to Winston.
Once through this door, there's no going back, Dan. So you probably want to make sure that you got the chalice.
And once you approach the window, it will open. So you want to be very careful. Thankfully, we did get the chalice, so there's nothing to worry about.
Master will be pleased with booty.
Yes, it's a pity we cannot yet enter the tomb. We will return.
So we're starting to see the antagonists show up for the very first time here. And we have one last chance to get the chalice before we jump in there and enter the museum. We've already gotten the chalice. We might as well just go ahead and jump in. And Kensington, the tomb. We are back in the museum. And what do you know? There was a way to get in here after all, involving these things.
All right, Dan, you've come a long way. I'd save if I was you.
And we shall do that, since it's almost 20 minutes. And we have saved our game. Well, we're now up here. I knew that these things would be a little suspect and a little bit of a way to be here. Also, the screen is jittering a little bit because of the platform that we're on. But we did utilize them like I said we would. I just didn't think it would be this way. So we are now back in the museum. We need to enter this tomb, which we couldn't enter before Whoever cast that spell from Zarok's spellbook probably wants what's in there. But there's no way to know for sure until the next video. Join me next time where we explore the tomb in the museum. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!